Hello, hello, hello. This is Tiffany with Healthy Passions. If you do not know me, let me briefly introduce myself. I am a certified personal trainer, certified wellness coach, certified energy healer by birth. I am an oracle prophetess and a natural healer. Today we're going to do our Herbal Fridays with Healthy Passions, and we're going to start with the plant Echinacea, or otherwise known as purple coneflower. Okay. Echinacea is commonly called the purple coneflower. It is a pretty and purple sunflower-like flowering plant that has strong medicine. It is native to North America and belongs to the daisy family. It is widespread and easy to cultivate in the garden. Echinacea grows wild in open rocky prairies and plains. Right. So for medical use, the herbs has a modulating effect on the body's natural immune system, encouraging it to operate more efficiently. It raises it raises the body's resistance to bacterial and viral infections by stimulating the immune system. It also has an anti-inflammatory, pain relieving function. Do not use internally if you have an autoimmune condition. Most people seem aware that echinacea is an herb for preventing and healing colds and flus, but these plants can do a lot more. The root and the leaves are used for medicine as well. Urinary tract infections, all right? So the antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effect of echinacea makes it an ideal choice for the treatment of a urinary tract infections. It is standard UTI treatment and is often combined with golden seal root. Do not take either of these herbs if you have an autoimmune condition. So that's a warning that they keep saying. So we always want to make sure we heed that warning. If you do have an autoimmune condition, it's recommended that you don't take it. Like I said on every video, I am not a doctor. I do not prescribe any herbs or medicine to anyone. I just like to present the information so that you can do your own research on any plant or herb that I present. And then you take that with your doctor and your nutritionist and decide if you are going to benefit from using the herb or if you're allergic to the herb. Okay. So make sure that it doesn't cause more harm than good. So always work with your doctors. All right. So another medical use is for cold and the flu. All right, and Echinacea is known to reduce the impact of the common cold and the flu. People who begin taking Echinacea extract or tea immediately upon feeling sick, upon feeling sick, heal much more quickly than those who do not. All right, so as soon as it starts to come on, if you start introducing this as a extract or a tea, they start healing a lot faster. So you probably won't go through the strength of a whole cold if you catch it ahead of time. In general, people who take Echinacea get well up to 4 days faster. That's a big deal when you don't feel good. So in general, people who take Echinacea get well up to 4 days faster than those who don't. Note that the same holds true for the blue elderberry. All right. For best results, they should begin taking Echinacea as soon as they notice symptoms. Taking a double dose 3 times on the first day. So a double dose 3 times on the first day, and then take 3 regular doses each day during the illness. All right. Allergies and respiratory disease. Echinacea helps to relieve allergies by stimulating the balancing stimulating and balancing the immune system. It is especially helpful in relieving asthma attacks. While it doesn't cure asthma, it reduces the severity of the attacks and helps the patient get over attacks. It is also useful for treating bronchitis. I might look into the Echinacea for my allergies because I suffer really bad from allergies sometimes. All right. The use for infections, burns, All right, so the use for infections, burns, wounds, and as an antifungal. Echinacea is an antibiotic, antifungal, viral, and it stimulates. Not a big deal. I have the other one charged. All right. So let's start from where we left off. For infections, burns, wounds, and anti-fungal. Inclinesia is an antibiotic, antifungal, antiviral, and it stimulates the immune system. It is helpful to relieve infections of all kinds. It is used both externally and internally. Snake bites, insect and spider bites, and stings. Inclinesia is used to treat spider bites and insect stings. It does a good job of neutralizing the poison and reducing the pain. It is said to be useful for snake bites as it is a strong anti-inflammatory. All right, so that's good to know, especially since they grow wild. If you're out camping and you see them in your area, they have apps to identify plants and herbs and trees and things like that. So I recommend that everyone download one. They have them for free, so you can take a picture of what plant it is, and you can properly identify the plant. Especially if you're out camping and something like that happens, you get stung by an insect or bit by a spider or even a snake bite. But that would be very, very helpful. Now, every time I see a warning, I always want to read the warning. So it says, warning. Do not use internally long term as it may cause digestive upset. People with autoimmune conditions should not use Echinacea internally as it is an immune system booster. It may lead to a flare up. So that's why they're recommending it, okay? So I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end that here. May do my witchcraft video early because I'm starting Oracle reads on TikTok on Sunday at 3 p.m. So I may go ahead and put that other video out. So you might see two videos out today or between today and Sunday. So I wanted to kind of get ahead of the game as far as making sure I post all my content, but then start something new. Now, with the Oracle readings, it is a no tool reading, meaning that I do not do tarot cards or anything like that with divination. For with tarot cards, that's not my thing. I am what you call an oracle. That means I can see, hear, have visions and dreams, right? And I can do that in real time. So when I say reading, it's more to catch the attention of people who are caught up into witchcraft and that need to be delivered and come out. So we put the word reading in there so that the Most High told me to put the word reading in there so that I can reach the people that need to be reached that are in that lifestyle, like in that new age witchcraft lifestyle, right? So we put that in there. So when I do my oracle readings, I allow you to ask whatever question you like. It doesn't have to be in reference to past, present, or future. It can be anything, which is another different thing. It doesn't have to be set like in a tarot read or when people like read crystals or crystal balls and things like that. We're working with the Holy Spirit, the Most High Yah, who the world calls God, and Christ Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, right? So when we're working with that the Elohim there, we don't need anything else. And especially if you are anointed in that area and you have those gifts. I was created to answer any of those questions, no matter what it is. It could be about relationships, it could be job, your journey, working in your purpose. It could be about health. I'm really good at keening in on health issues, things like that. I can point you to the right direction. So when you know kind of what some of your symptoms are saying, you can go to your doctor then and have them check that out, things that they may miss, right? Or they haven't found yet. So I'm really good at that. So when we do the oracle reading, that's exactly what it is. Even on the reading, I'm going to let everyone know, I let you know I work with the Most High Yah. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I won't be working with any other entities, no other gods, no nothing like that. So it is perfectly safe for Hebrew Israelites to do an oracle session with me. Um, I want you to be very clear on that. Now, Christianity has made it to where they put the label evil on everything. So everything is not necessarily evil. What happens with things like readings and spiritual things, the enemy will create something to mimic or try to take the place of what the Most High puts in place. So the Most High has certain systems and spiritual laws that we have to follow, commandments that we have to follow, right? And when He sets one of us, His children, out to do a certain thing that's not necessarily traditional or common, what He does is He sets it within the lines of Scripture. So our laws and commandments do not go against it, right? So what the enemy has done was taken some of those practices that we do, and then he perverted it and then made it violate spiritual law, so it puts you in sin. So I'll be praying when I do that, and I'll be very sure to make sure that I don't violate any spiritual laws, and I definitely don't go against anyone's free will. Things that I don't do is spell work or witchcraft that violates the spiritual law of free will. Even the Most High Yah does not go against free will. So I think it's very arrogant and very bold and very dangerous for a person to violate free will. Let's say, for instance, doing a love spell on someone. You don't have their permission or free will to do that, then you're in violation. And that's what makes it sin. And that's when you're working outside of the covenant. We as Hebrew Israelites and as believers and people who cleave on to the Most High people, we have to be very sure that we stay within our guidelines. So that's what I will be doing on TikTok. So my TikTok is Tiff Tall 01. So it's tiktok.com/tiftall01. If you want to register to join that live, you can just go onto my TikTok and you can register from there. Also, I will be posting the time and date for Sunday at 3 p.m. on YouTube as well as Instagram, so that those audiences in Facebook, so that those audiences can have a chance to have access to the live. If you cannot make it on Sunday, that is okay. The Most High kept had me excited, kept me up pretty late, but he has given me permission to finally do the live readings. And so how that's going to look is I'll be able to do it for 1 hour a day or however long he sets for me. I think it is 1 hour, but a day for the live. I'm going to set aside 1 hour a day for the live. So that'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I have to make very well sure that Friday does not go into the evening when the Sabbath starts, because we can't violate a law even if we are commanded to do a certain thing. We want to make sure that we are well within that time. So I know that the sun will still be up at 3 every day, even when fall and winter come. So 3 is a safe time. 3 p.m. is a safe time to still do it on Friday and not violate the Sabbath. I will not be doing it on Saturday because I fully dedicate that to the Most High. It is my rest day. That has become over time my favorite day of the week. It is something that I had to work to learn to relax and do over the years, but now that I have, it is something that I look forward to more than anything. Nothing excites me more than a Sabbath with the Most High, with Father, right? I enjoy that time with Him. We get to do whatever we need to do. We can work on healing. We can work on scriptures. We talk. We get to just spend time. I love having tea with the Most High. I call it tea time with Him, where I sit and relax and just really just get to know the Father more. Not only that, talk to Him more. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. That's how much I love my Sabbaths with Him. And and just ask him a billion questions. When we get a chance, and when heaven comes down, you'll know, he'll tell you that this is one of my children that asked a billion questions. I ask questions about every and anything, all subjects. Nothing can get past me. And if it does, I'm going to ask about it. So he knows I'm going to come for that. So for me, it's very emotional. It's very loving. It's a very good day to rest and enjoy my family time and my time with the Most High. But yeah, so that's what we're going to start doing. So I have not been told to do it on Facebook or Instagram at all. So I'm going to remain obedient. We're just going to do it on TikTok for now. Now, how that works is, um, as, as far as the live, how that works is when you come into the live, you'll see the instructions. Each person gets one question, but you can do a limit of two questions. So if you have two questions, you may ask, but no more than two per person, because like I said, we only have an hour. Um, so how that's how it works. And then what you will need to do is, when you do your payment for it, it has the instruction for PayPal or Cash App, however you decide to do it. It's $5 per question. So if you have two questions, it would be $10. If it's one question, of course, the $5 would suffice. And when you do those, whether you do it on PayPal or Cash App, I need to let you know to use whatever username you have on TikTok so that I know who you are. You can put your name, but I would rather have your username, whatever your name says on the thing. That way I know that you've done the payment and then I can go forward with the question. So that just helps us both out. Mind you, I always love to do, I'm old school, I do receipts. So if anyone needs a receipt, most likely I will just send it to you. If it's on TikTok, I'll just inbox it to you, a copy of the receipt. Um, Also, Healthy Passion Tiff, healthypassiontiff@gmail.com is where you may book sessions. So let's say you have more than one question. You have a lot of things that you need to get off your chest or ask, or, you know, come to the Most High and seek about. I do what we call oracle readings outside of TikTok. That's the 1 hour. So in that 1 hour, how it looks is you can ask as many questions as you like, and we'll go with each one until the hour is complete. The best way to do it, if you book one of those, is to write down your topics in sections. Like if you want to do love, relationships, career, my purpose, friendship, or whatever sections you want. Write down all your questions in each one of those sections. Have them ready to go. So by the time you get on the phone with me, you can just ask these questions back to back, and that's how you get the most bang out of your buck when you do the oracle sessions for 1 hour. I do sometimes offer 2 for 20. If you have two quick questions and you want to kind of go in depth on them, but it's longer than the live and it's one-on-one, so it goes in depth. So that's the 2 for 20. I also do short oracle reads to where, let's say you have different sections and more than 2 to 3 questions, but you don't need the whole hour. You can do the 30 minutes, the half as well. So that is something that we're going to get into. The Most High said that that is my new job now. Like that's how I make most of my money until it's time to go to the next chapter, which will be very soon. But yes, outside of the oracle readings, I do energy healing sessions, and with that is not Ricky healing at all. I don't do that. I know how to do that, but I don't do that. I do the old school biblical laying of the hand. times, right? And that's how I can heal energy that way. So it's really in depth. It's 1 hour, and you book that on healthypassiontiff@gmail.com as well. So any session or service that I provide, it will be booked via email. And in that email, you kind of let me know what's going on, what you need, and I will call. We'll have a 30-minute consultation if needed, and that's complimentary to anyone. Before you commit to any services, we'll make sure that I'm a good fit for you and that my business is a good fit for you, and we'll go from there. So we have the oracle reads, we have the energy healings. Those are really big deals right now because the Most High is trying to get everybody in line for what's coming up, right? We got a lot of distractions and stuff going on. Everybody needs to get healed. Everybody needs to get on course. Everybody needs to keep it moving, right? So those are the things that he's having me push the most. I also offer online personal training. Now, I am a personal trainer, so it is fitness training. With that, I know a lot of people are not necessarily comfortable with online, but it actually goes pretty well. I've been doing it for over a year now, and I enjoy it because I can fit more sessions in a day without having to drag equipment across town from, going to and from. So, and it allows me to have access to more people and be more flexible with my schedule. So you book that on the email as well. Um, Wellness coaching is there as well. So if you need wellness coaching as far as your health and how to get healthy, how to change your lifestyle, we do those as well. Also, some people use the wellness coaching to also incorporate not just being well, but also incorporating it with their busy lifestyle. Like if they have a heavy career, they use that as a way to see where they can fit in fitness, self-care, and holistic health, right? So they use it in many ways. Like I said, each client is different. We do holistic healing in health, so it's going to be designed for each person. And within all of those, you're going to deal with holistic diet. And when I say holistic diet, it's going to be within the biblical dietary laws. Okay, so my specialty is carbon-based beings, what people call melanated, but it is really not melanin, it is carbon-based. We have a certain type of carbon that causes our skin to be brown of all shades. So it is carbon-based beings. I specialize in those, and of course, that's going to be the most highest people 100%, and others that are like us, but not necessarily our people in our bloodline. But I specialize in those body types. But I can work with anyone. I have studied all races. So once we get into those, um, when it comes to wellness coaching, fitness, energy healing, and oracle readings, I can work with anyone. However, there are some special ticketed things that I do is called the Chosen One package, and that is specialized for carbon-based beings, and that is specialized for the Most High's children. So only the Hebrew Israelites in leadership or in health leadership are available to take that. And the idea is to choose someone in the family that's anointed in that area, have them do the program, and then everything that they learn in the program, they teach. Each one teach one. They teach their family, they teach their community and brothers and sisters around. That way we can get that information out. So chosen one packages are available, but like I said, they're only for a select group, but all the other services are available. And that is it. If you know you want to join a live in it's a day, like let's say it's Tuesday, next Tuesday you want to join a live and you know you want to, the best thing to do is to register for that ahead of time, and then go ahead and do your payment, put your name in the details, and put for TikTok live or something like that, your name, TikTok live. That way it's already done. That way I know to go straight to you immediately as soon as the live starts. All right. I love you guys. I know I kind of went on a tangent, but it's exciting to be able to move forward in business. I can't move until the Most High tells me to move. And now that He's told me to move, I'm ready to hit the ground running. I have developed this program for the last 2 years. And the way that it is now. I've been doing it for about 8 years, but the way that it is now, how most of the things are based online and all the information and the scripture that goes with it, all the study is I've been developing that for 2 years, and now that I can use it, I'm so excited. I love you guys. Take care. Have a great day.